Hi everyone, so my name is Jenny and I'm from DITP2B. I'll be presenting cybersecurity case study. So my group teammates are Ranjini and also myself. So from the few scenarios, we can see the Tara College has recently experienced unusual activity. And also my team is called to identify the potential risk, analyze how it goes, propose the potential to prevent this problem. So you should identify this risk. So the file hasn't been uploaded in 3 months. Students with weak passwords and share them, and IT staff member ignored. So I'm taking the point of risk management. Risk management first point will be apply your knowledge of risk assessment, determine 3 uncontrollable risk related. So the number 1 will be unauthorized access sensitive information. Big password policies, shared accounts can allow unauthorized users to access them. This is where we use MFA, multi-user authentication, to avoid passwords being accessed, because there will be one more way to access them, such as sending code or link to the phone number or email related to. This one can implement stronger authentication and user access control to manage this risk. So number 2 will be phishing and social engineering attacks. Faculty administrative may fall victims for the risk to phishing email, so it's because of the malware infection. So to prevent this, we have to regular awareness training and also filtering system to avoid the risk. Okay, so number 3 will be unpatched software and systems. So outdated software or operating system will be hard for the vulnerabilities attackers to exploit, and this will be the very easy to access them. So by giving a solution for that, we can implement a regular patch management and also the updates of the software, so that we can be up to date and reduce this risk. Okay, for the second point is explain how each risk affects individuals, assets or system involved in this scenario. So for impacts on individuals, it will be financial loss. If personal financial details like account numbers, credit card numbers, bank account information are exposed, individuals could have direct financial issues because of fraud, spam, and also identified attacks. Okay, so reputation damage, it can also make the organization which will lose the trust of the customers. So reputational damage is for the companies, such as they won't gain the trust from the users, and also reputational damage such as personal data, financial issues, and also problems that can have conflict between the both partners. The second one will be the impact of asset, versus data corruption. So data corruption will happen due to lack of responsible towards the system. So this may let the data spread to every factors, and this may lead to high uncontrollable risk, and also the data encryption will spreads issues like financial about the customers or personal information. The third one will be damage to physical assets, such as industrial controls. This may be lack of the physical hardwares like the environment and so on. So this will be avoided. Plus, to avoid it happen, we can manage it by can manage it by not lacking of secure system. Next is system downtime, such as um, in a management, such it will disrupt the business, and also if the system is unauthorized, it cannot continue our business authenticity, and also personal management. So this could lack of system downtime and structure. One will be reputation damage. So reputation damage can cause the customers to lose trust, and also this will not make them to trust them again. So the organization may corrupted, and if the organization is corrupted, this will lose the customers that gain their trust and may reputational damage.
My name is Ranjini. So now I'm going to explain about on how to manage each risk that has identified before this based on the scenario. So yeah. So now I'm going to propose and tell you appropriate risk mitigation strategies for each identified risk. So now I'm going to explain the first risk, which is unauthorized access to sensitive information. So there is two risk mitigation strategy. So the first one is strengthen authentication and authorization, and the second one is data encryption. So for the first one, strengthen authentication and authorization, which means that you have to implement MFA, which refers to multi-factor authentication to all the accounts, especially for those accounts that can be access to sensitive information. And the second one is data encryption. So data encryption is a security method that can change or transform readable data in plain text to unreadable format, which is like cheaper text. So it's like it will implement it's not implement, it will data encrypt all the sensitive information in rest and at transit in order to protect them even unauthorized access occurs. So yeah. So now I'm going to talking about strategies for risk 2, which is phishing and social engineering attacks. So the first strategy is email security solution, which means that you have to implement advanced email filtering and anti-phishing tools in order to detect and block malicious emails. And the second one is verification procedure, which means that you have to establish a clear procedure in order to accept the verifying request for sensitive information, especially those comes from email and phone. And yeah. So now I'm going to talking about strategies for third risk, which is unpatched software and system. So the first risk is centralized patch management system, and the second risk is regular vulnerability scanning. So for the first one, you have to implement a system that can automate the process of identifying, testing, and deploying security patches on applications, network devices, and operating system. And the second one is regular vulnerability scanning. The purpose of this strategy is to identify missing security patches and security weaknesses. And other than that, most of the people forgot, or like they don't even update their operating system in their computers, which makes it easy for hackers to easily hack the computer in order to get personal information, which can be dangerous, and which can be dangerous for the individual that are using that computer. So yeah, I hope this strategy will be helpful for those who are struggling, or not struggling, for those people who has been like hacked by hackers, their information has leaked, and some more lah. Yeah, that's all. So now I'm going to talking about some people that are responsible for risk 1, which is unauthorized access to sensitive information. So the first person is data owner, which we can refer them as the head of department. So their job is to like protect data and sensitive information about people and organization around the world from hackers. Like their job is to like find risk of getting that information hacked by hackers. And the second person is CISO, which we can refer that person as a Chief Information Security Officer. Their job is to like they are the leader of the security field, which means that they are the one who like hire security professionals. They are the person who like protect data security policy of an organization and stuff. And yeah, security awareness team, which we can call them as a training department, playing a huge role in order to reduce chances of risks due to happen, which is phishing and social engineering attacks. Their job is to deliver and developing social awareness training programs to people. And second people that are responsible for this risk is all employees and students. Their responsible is to be vigilant and reporting any suspicious activity. So yeah, that's all. So now is risk 3, unpaid software and system. There are some people are responsible on managing this risk. So the first one is asset management team, where their job is to maintaining the accurate inventory of hardware and software assets. And the second team is procurement department, where their job is to considering security update lifecycle when purchasing new hardware and software. So yeah.
Okay, so for ethical practice, propose a security awareness training initiative adapted to the company's stress, become focusing on preventing data breaches. So number one will be phishing and social engineering awareness, identifying phishing, trainings for recognizing suspicious activities for emails, phone calls, focuses on specific examples, passive security management by creating strong passwords and also unique password that will not be able for the attackers to recognize easily. Read classification of data, exploitation of different sensitive data, errors of company data, and appropriate handling procedure tasks. Performance analysis continuously monitor the metrics, phishing simulation results, such as the effectiveness and the incidence area when they are needed. So by using performance analysis, we can see whether which system is bad and which we can update so that it can reduce the risk to access the threat internal intelligent interaction. It can incorporate of current and threat prevalent to our industry, such as Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, and also communication. So for scenario-based learning enhancement, regularly update, and also if we learn about more security management, it can be easily for us to avoid the world attack by vectors and company-specific environment. So these are the parts from me. So I'm going to pass it to Ranjini.
So now I'm going to propose a simple information assurance method for DRS College. So the first method is access control and authentication, which means that students and employee must implement MFA, which refers to multi-factor authentication. Other than that, they should set a strong password containing 12 characters long, minimum and maximum 14 characters. Uh, they should have at least 12. 14 is much more better lah, and which mixed of capital letter, small letter, numbers, symbols, and so on. And the second method is a risk identification and assessment, which means that you have to regularly perform a risk assessment and check for vulnerabilities to avoid hacking. And yeah, that's all. So now the third method is system and network security, where you should keep your operating system updated, update your firewall to keep your computer, your operating system more safe, and you can reduce the risk of getting hacked. Other than that, the fourth method is training and awareness, which means that people who responsible must conduct a security awareness program to people to gain awareness for them. And yeah, that's all from me. Thank you.